What if the most important blockchain launch of 2025 is not Ethereum? Not Solana. Not any of the usual names dominating headlines. What if the real story is a chain built for one thing, and one thing only, to reinvent how stablecoins move across borders, industries, and financial systems? That chain is Plasma. And after this video, you may never look at stablecoins or blockchain infrastructure the same way again. We are in 2025. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs are live. The Federal Reserve has begun cutting rates after years of tightening. The European Central Bank is injecting liquidity to stabilize growth. Global capital is flowing back into risk assets. And for the first time, digital assets are no longer speculation at the edge. They are becoming the rails of a new financial system. Institutions are not chasing meme coins. They are not buying NFTs for speculation. They are allocating to infrastructure, settlement layers, payment rails, blockchains that reduce risk and make global finance more efficient. And Plasma is aiming to sit at the center of that transformation. Why Plasma is different. Unlike Ethereum or Solana, Plasma is not designed to be a playground for every use case. It is not trying to host gaming, NFTs, and social all at once. It is focused on one thing: becoming the zero-fee stablecoin blockchain. Costless rails for digital dollars. Frictionless transfers for institutions. Settlement that feels as simple as moving cash. Think about the scale of that opportunity. Stablecoin transaction volume in 2024 exceeded $7 trillion. By 2025, it is projected to surpass $10 trillion more than Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal combined. And yet, the infrastructure powering those flows is fragmented, costly, and inefficient. Ethereum still battles high fees during congestion. Solana, while fast, has reliability scars. Roll-ups on Ethereum reduce costs but add complexity that corporates dislike. Plasma's pitch is bold. One chain, one architecture, zero transaction costs. That kind of clarity is rare. And it is exactly what institutions are looking for. Zero fees as a structural weapon. But the story does not end there. Zero fees are not just a perk for users. They are a competitive weapon. Ethereum cannot eliminate fees without breaking validator incentives. Neither can Solana, nor most Layer 1. Plasma is different. Its validators are paid through a model tied to stablecoin issuance and staking yields, not user fees. The result? For treasuries and corporates, sending a stablecoin on Plasma feels as natural as sending an email. Free, instant, global. If you value deep research like this, subscribe to Crypto Wayfarer, because we follow the money, not the noise. The 2025 macro landscape. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs normalized institutional exposure. Pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, and insurers are now active participants. BlackRock and Fidelity are not just ETF providers, they are building products on top of blockchain rails. Liquidity is coming back into altcoins. But history shows the winners are never random. The winners are the blockchains solving real-world problems. Ethereum 2025 remains the benchmark. But Ethereum is now the incumbent. And incumbents invite challengers. Plasma is not trying to be Ethereum, but faster. It is going after Ethereum's weakest spot, stablecoin settlement. And if it succeeds, that vertical alone could define the 2025 cycle. Stablecoins as the bridge. Stablecoins are not just another category of crypto. They are the bridge between blockchain and the real economy. Every time a worker gets paid in USDC, every time a bank experiments with tokenized treasuries, every time a corporation moves cross-border dollars, they are interacting with stablecoin infrastructure. Plasma's bet is simple. Win this bridge. Own the flow. And if that happens, it does not just become another blockchain. It becomes part of the financial system itself. Tokenomics, risks, and governance. Plasma's validator model is tied to issuance and staking yields. That means the more stablecoins circulate, the more validators are rewarded. This aligns incentives with growth, but it also creates risk. If issuers do not migrate, yields could weaken. Zero fees also limit flexibility during stress. Ethereum uses fees to manage congestion. Plasma cannot. It must rely on governance and protocol adjustments. And governance is still unproven. Ethereum has years of DAOs and EIPs. Plasma is young. Institutions may hesitate until governance matures. Competition is also fierce. Ethereum rollups are advancing. Solana is repairing its reliability story. Even Visa and MasterCard are testing stablecoin rails. Plasma must prove not just that its architecture works, but that it can survive scale, regulation, and competition. The bull versus bear case. The bull case is clear. Plasma becomes the default zero-fee blockchain for stablecoins. Billions in flows migrate. Issuers integrate directly. Institutions adopt Plasma as cost-efficient and compliant. Ethereum remains the general-purpose layer, but Plasma becomes the layer for money movement. The bear case? Issuers stick with incumbents. Regulators delay adoption. Validator incentives fail to scale. Plasma fades into irrelevance. Both scenarios are possible, and acknowledging both is what separates serious investors from speculators. The roadmap ahead. Phase 1. Stablecoin pilots proving zero-fee settlement at scale. Phase 2. Expansion into tokenized treasuries, equities, and synthetic assets. Phase 3. Compliance rails for banks, corporates, and CBDCs. This is not about being another DeFi playground. This is about bridging crypto with traditional finance. That subtle but strategic difference is what makes Plasma unique. The bigger picture. Plasma is not competing on price alone. It is competing on simplicity. One chain, one design, one focus. Institutions do not want to manage liquidity across dozens of rollups. They do not want fragmented ecosystems. They want rails that just work. Plasma is betting that clarity beats complexity. Its ecosystem is still small but growing. Hackathons are underway. Ecosystem grants are deploying capital. Governance pilots are testing. And if Plasma manages to balance decentralization with efficiency, it may earn the trust of the very institutions it is targeting. Final takeaway. Ethereum remains dominant. Bitcoin ETFs have normalized exposure. Liquidity is returning. But the next wave is not about hype. It is about infrastructure. And Plasma represents a unique bet. A blockchain engineered for stablecoins. A blockchain designed to unify settlement. A blockchain that may redefine how money moves in the digital economy. It may be early. It may be risky. But if stablecoins are the bridge between crypto and the real world, Plasma wants to be the highway. Stay sharp. Stay strategic. And keep wayfaring.